Hello, hello. Welcome to week 9. This week we are addressing chapters 9 and 10 of the Robertson text. Robertson devotes those chapters to the Reagan to Obama years, which is a fairly long period to try to nutshell, roughly 35 years. Those years saw the recrudescence of conservatism in the form of Reaganism, with two significant Democratic interregnum periods under Clinton and Obama, and a Republican recrudescence of sorts under Donald Trump. Um, Robertson returns to the vignette format with a discussion of how federalism has influenced the shape of climate change. 3 consecutive years of massive 500-year storms that have devastated Houston, which is the fourth largest city in America. At the same time, you have the devastation of the North and South Carolina coastline, which has almost certainly released a massive quantity of coal ash and pig waste into the waterways and coastal areas of those states. These things merely highlight the fact that nearly half of U.S. states are vulnerable to the consequences of climate change. How has federalism complicated U.S. attempts to manage climate change? Who are the principal adversaries, driving climate change politics? What states have led the way on advocating an aggressive response to climate change? Which states have led the way in opposing any legislative attempt to respond to climate change? And obviously, one of them would be Oklahoma. These are all questions that can and should be revisited in the weekly forum. A key segment of this chapter deals with the resurgence of conservatism as an ideological force in American politics, and conservatives' relative dominance over the last 35 years that span the Reagan's to Obama administration. I think that this chapter really highlights the warp and woof of American politics, while also kind of prefacing just how we came to this pass in American politics. Hyperpartisanship has produced hyperfederalism of sorts, which in which both parties ruthlessly employ federalism as both a sword and a shield to advance their policy preferences and stymie the policy preferences of their opponents. The opening vignette for Chapter 10 offers a particularly powerful illustration of the role federalism has played in immigration policy. Federalism powerfully influenced the shape of the first national immigration laws, as anti-Chinese animus led to the passage of the Chinese exclusion laws of the 1880s. Now, when the first laws regulating immigration are titled the Chinese Exclusion Act, you might reasonably infer that racism played a significant role in the formulation of the law. I think we should be interested in the role that federalism played, both in empowering and giving voice to that racism. I think the parallels that we're seeing between the late 19th century on immigration and what we're seeing today are pretty striking. The unifying theme is a significant surge of immigration from non-European, non-English speaking countries, especially those countries to the south of our border. Perhaps the poem on the Statue of Liberty should read, "Give us your poor, your tired, your hungry, your white English-speaking wretched refuge, yearning to be free." Uh, this week we have 3 assignments. As always, we have the forum and the quiz, and then we have our second unit exam, which covers the remainder of the Robertson text, chapters 7 through 10. Be sure to take the Chapter 9 quiz before taking the examination, and take the time to review the 4 study guides carefully for those chapters prior to taking the examination as well. All right, let's have a great week.